Well, you've just shown the picture there in the studio. Let me show you that same coastal highway here, the actual scene of it live. You can see here an opposition fighter and beyond it the road heading towards Braga. That's 30 kilometers from where I am now. 40 kilometers in that direction is Ajdabiya. From this point to Braga is where most of the battles have been taking place now for about 3 days. They've been fighting over this area. Every time that the opposition fighters get closer to Braga, they get pushed back by mortars from Gaddafi's side. They've really made very little progress with regard to the front line. There has been fighting in Braga itself. That fighting continues. We understand that in Braga itself, Braga divided into two different parts, that the fighting most recently has been around the university area of Braga. We understand there are the bodies of some Gaddafi forces who've been shot lying in the street close to the university there, Guido.
What about the NATO airstrikes in the last few hours, in the last 24 hours or so, James? Where have they been concentrated? Are they giving the rebel fighters the kind of support and cover they need to push further westward?
Well, there is a problem there. As you're aware, there's been one airstrike that has targeted people on the ground, and you see, it's just gone ahead of us now, but you see the opposition fighters in their vehicles. Well, the Gaddafi troops are using pretty similar vehicles to those, and on this occasion one of those airstrikes actually hit opposition fighters, killing 7 people. There is a problem if you're miles above in the air trying to find out who's on the ground, where both sides are using the same sort of hardware on the ground. They are basically pickups, flatbed trucks, which have on the back rockets and mortars, and they're being used by both sides. So a problem there, I think, for NATO and their Arab allies who are patrolling the skies to work out exactly who is who. Having said that, one of the problems that the opposition fighters have faced since the beginning of this has been communicating between their units. We do see now something different on the battlefield in the last 24 hours. We suddenly have seen some of these opposition fighters with sophisticated antenna attached to their vehicle, new radio communication equipment that they clearly have received in the last 24 hours or so, Guido, which I think will mean that they can communicate amongst themselves more effectively on the battlefield. What's not clear is whether they have a line of communication all the way back to Benghazi and possibly even to those NATO aircraft in the air.